Reed Polk has been hanging around Commerce Lexington for a few years and always brings to each trip his unique observations about the value of our trip and some takeaways that he shares with us. Reed, how many trips is this that you've done? 110. So I'd like to bring Reed up and I'll have him share with us his thoughts about the value of our trip. So let's welcome Reed Polk. Thank you.
Well, really, it just seemed like 110 because it's been so great each year to have this experience to look forward to and then enjoy looking back on it. But I think this will be a trip to remember for all of us and our different memories of what's going on because of the people we met, because of the programs we've had, and because of the options we've been given. And since our last trip, we have the same mayor. We found out at a very difficult time that 38 wins is not enough. Those of you who don't understand that, the person next to you. But you know, as we look back and look ahead, I have found out that personality can open doors, but character keeps them open. And also I found that artificial intelligence is no match for natural stupidity. And you can find that out on a daily basis. And all things don't work for all people. I have found that out. I have spoken to groups that I was given the wrong information about who would be there. And they didn't all leave, but half of them were asleep. And so all things don't work for all people. And my feeling is, if it doesn't work for you, don't fake it. Move on. And I have found that we discover new oceans when we have courage to leave the shore. And that can happen to us on a daily basis. In 1983, I was special assistant to the chancellor at UK Medical Center, Dr. Peter Bosworth. And he came in my office and he said, I hear that the chamber takes a trip each year to a different city, and why don't you check and see where they're going this year, and maybe we can go. So we went in '83, and I've been able to make one every year since then. But it came with being asked to go to one, and then I found out that trips can be more than something that you take. It can be something that you remember. And it can turn our mirrors into windows, our windows into doors, and our doors into a journey worth taking and remembering. Really, the sum of our life that we have and are going back to basically is what we receive, what we believe, and what we achieve. And I think that each of us will take back to our home more than we brought, because some things have appeared to us that we choose to keep. And so all of us have to choose whether or not we're going to be part of the change, but whether we're just going to try to sleep long enough to feel better. Thank you for getting that, some of you. And of course, who we take back determines what we take back. And so if you interviewed every one of us, you would find that each person would list something maybe very briefly that no one else mentioned, because what you bring determines what you take, and what you take determines whether or not you choose to remember it. So as we listen and learn and leave for the place we live, we have a choice. And it's very important to choose between these two. We can either pop in, pop off, or pop out. Or we can show up and stand up and speak up and put up. Of course, today is the oldest you've ever been. Yet it's the youngest you'll ever be going forward. So I'll leave you with something that was left with me many, many years ago and was sent to me and is a plaque on my wall. And it is, a pessimist complains about the wind. An optimist wants it to change. A realist adjusts the sails. Happy adjustment to us all. Thank you.